Hi. Mm, I have been really frustrated with my laptop lately because it would not allow me last week to use my camera, and because the microphone was not working, but when I checked everything it said it was working, and I wouldn't allow me. It said it didn't want to make to work. And um I couldn't open Zoom. It wouldn't open. Oh my God, I can't handle this matrix blocks and attacks anymore. I don't know whether I should laugh or cry, because it's looking from a side, I should be laughing because it's ridiculous. But I've been immersed in something else, and it's like early morning here, and I wanted to do this because I was preparing pretty much a week to do it, and I'm in this what I'm going to be speaking about and what I spoke about last week. So I had to finish it pretty much because it's going to be staying around me. Okay, I was told by my guidance to be honest about something that not speaking about much. Oh God, I've been in light language transmissions, and it's kicking me here all the time. So it was not possibly the right time to do this, but I have to finish with this because I don't want it in my space anymore. um I am yeah, I've been asked to speak about something, and I spoke about it in Serbian, but again in a wrapped up way a little bit. And it's something that it's really it is sitting on my heart. It's laying heavily on my heart, and it's something that is creating me um, a lot of pain, and my faith to kind of be tested all the time, and crumbles. And it's about how I'm feeling insecure around my looks recently, and how I've been how that comes out lately because of my experiences that I've had, and how that colors everything that not everything that I do, but how I feel about myself and how I view myself, and in the rest of the areas of my life. Yeah. Mm, because I spoke about how I'm not being that connected to my body in other videos, and I've worked on that, and I know where that is coming from, because on some other levels I look completely different than this appearance, than this role that I have here. And since we've been all attacked from these images that are coming all over in social networks, of very toned bodies, and women, men also, but women that are, naked, half naked or naked, and also couples doing like pornography photos. And I was avoiding to watch these, but recently I feel like, there is a cult of the body being created, which I don't have anything against healthy living and taking care of your body and loving your body. And I have a video that is about soul and body relationship, but this is not about it. It's like, that's been catching my eye more because of these insecurities that I have inside, and these insecurities are not coming from me not liking myself. I never consider myself to be unattractive, but I started feeling like this because I started comparing myself to others, and yeah, I'm having like this in this area, and more than before. Yeah, I used to have this, comparison thing, because which is, like I said, I was never an attention seeker, but I never lacked attention from men, and I don't really like that, and I don't indulge in that, because especially since I started being publicly doing what I do, people tend to attach to your photo and then send all kinds of messages to you, and I don't usually do that. I don't usually accept that, and they have also been rude to me. Why I don't accept it? I mean, I don't enjoy that. And I never enjoyed this kind of attention, because it's this kind of sticky energy that attaches to you, because it grabs onto you, it wants something from you. And I feel in that intention, and that's something I don't like, because it has nothing to do with me. I know that this attention that I didn't even ask for is not coming because you want to share something with me, or create something with me, or even know me. This attention is because you want to take something, and it has nothing to do with me. You don't even want to get to know me. And I was never a woman that enjoyed being a center of somebody's attention, like being center of the stage. And I'm kind of a timid and shy person, which I worked on. So maybe it doesn't show as much that I am an introvert now, because I was really, really shy, and I had to work on it, because I was so shy that I didn't want to speak to strangers, or I would just shut down and close down, or it took me a little bit of time to get to know somebody. And I'm talking about men. I'm talking about pretty much anybody. And even in the university, I wouldn't speak up in public, or I had these tremors when I would have to go to exam, because whenever I was center of the attention, that didn't end up well. I even had a sessions for myself, because I didn't want to take my own photos, because I would, I would shrivel inside, because it kind of didn't feel the right energy, because I have to kind of be seductive and something like that, or I don't know. And there was the reason why I found the reason why I didn't want to be center of the attention, because I used to be this. I knew how to do it, and I knew how to grab somebody's attention, because I was this ballerina that was sharing a soul through dancing. But that kind of went in the wrong direction and in the wrong way, and I attracted a lot of negative attention that didn't end up well. And even now, with these kind of energies, that's the wrong kind of attention. And yeah, I've been having a lot of attacks. I've been attacked before, and I ended up badly because of what I do, and because of doing it publicly. So that's all kind of, I worked on those, but this is kind of a different thing. It's kind of being not kind of feeling attractive, because this is and I feel it is an agenda. It doesn't have to be, but it's kind of having to be presenting yourself in a certain way if you want I don't know, to be heard, or to have more followers. And it's just, when I was younger, there were certain things that you couldn't wear, not in publicly, and dress codes. And I worked in areas where I needed to have like this dress code. And this is a dress that I never wore. It has more than 10 years though, and I still fit in it. So it means I'm pretty fit, and I do like to think that I look okay. But I'm 47 now, And yeah, I don't have a family, I don't have a partner at the moment, but it's because I don't want just anybody in my life. And when I thought that there was uh, somebody who I wanted, but that didn't end up well. And I was told too many rude things, and things like that I'm from the beginning it was how beautiful I am, and at the end it turned out to be that I'm not even attractive, and there were far more attractive and beautiful women than me in this company. And I've been shown this, and I had to uh, participate in not participate, I was present for watching some of this, and to being told that I'm not a woman that has never had love. And I felt humiliated a bit from some of the things that I've heard. And that's, I mean, I know why that was happening, and it's kind of a domination issue. And I've had an issue with these energies, whether male or female, doesn't really matter who that wants to dominate you, that goes into your power center and want to dominate you. And yeah, that kind of attack puts me down and lowers my vibration and makes me, question myself, not only my appearance but everything about me, especially my intuition. So these kind of energies that I've been seeing recently, and what I've been exposed to, all of us, are triggering this in me. So yeah, I can't compete with somebody for somebody's attention. I don't want to compete with anybody for somebody's attention. I was never that kind of woman. And all of a sudden I felt put in a position to do that, like with this experience. I've had, like I mentioned this before, I've had issues with other male energies that, wanted to be kind of dominator energies. So I have this kind of dominator submissiveness program in me because of my ancestry and how women were treated in this, especially through my father and my mother line. And I know this is something that I've been clearing, but it's become pretty apparent recently, because I didn't start not liking myself, but started questioning myself and comparing myself with some kind of a image that I cannot possibly ever live up into my life. I'm not, I am the way I am. I will never be tall, blue-eyed, and blonde. I was blonde, but I'm not, yeah, that kind of stuff. So that has nothing to do with anybody else. It's my thing, but because I felt as if I have to prove myself to somebody, that kind of makes me feel like it stirs up in me this need to show what I know, show my wisdom, show myself. And I'm coming from the position where I want to hide, that I need to show myself, but this is not the way in which I want to show myself. And I started feeling, honestly, a bit old and unattractive. And I know this is, I possibly don't see myself quite in the right way. But it's because of these experiences that I had that kind of really messed up my self-esteem. And mostly because of from the position of our culture and what is expected from a woman. I'm not that kind of woman. I never was that kind of woman. I was not that kind of woman even when I was younger, because I was never living up to expectations. But I didn't have a problem with that as much before, as I started having it. My head is pulsing now. As I started having it now, because I started feeling as if I have to be in a competition, and my heart just clenches on that. And although I don't try to be, and I'm not, that kind of stirs a lot of pain inside of me, because although I know I want my divine counterpart, and all my life I've been waiting for that, and I've been making mistakes from thinking that somebody is that, so that eventually I find out that that changed, or either this energy was not there in the first place, or I made a mistake, or it left, or whatever. So that all kind of puts me in this spiral of questioning myself and my intuition, and not trusting myself enough. And there's this need for connection, of course, that starts being, so there I am from a position of rejecting connection with people and refusing it, wanting to create a connection and possibly making mistakes from there. So I will never be the kind of a woman that this society wants me to be. I from day one, I was not cut for it, and not that I want to be, but there is this need in me for being accepted and being acknowledged, because even if I am somebody's divine counterpart, I was never acknowledged as that. And obviously that was not the wrong, that was the wrong fit. But I have this need to, like all of us, to be recognized. Because what we essentially, when we have this divine connection of, whatever we call it, twin flame or something else, or twin ray or something else, we go by recognizing someone. So I have this thing that I kind of employed now in what I do, in seeing somebody's soul, and recognizing somebody's soul, and then recognizing this potential and falling in love with this potential, and then build up this person, whether that is friendship or a romantic connection. And we all have our divine self, which is beautiful, and sometimes people are not connected to it, or they're too fragmented, or they are on a different track, or something changes, or they're not awake, or they don't want to get out of their comfort zones. So, even if you are having a twin flame connection with somebody who is not fully awake, that can be tragic, even if that person is 100% your twin flame. So I'm saying this for the sake of somebody else, not only myself. With these kind of connections, you work by recognition. And I not only work by recognition, so far my experience was that these was karmic connections, and these people were never living up to that potential. And even with somebody who I thought is living his own potential, there were other issues, and I felt I felt hurt there. So I didn't feel seen. That was the point, is that in all of these experiences, my thing is that I didn't feel seen, and I didn't feel recognized. And what we all essentially want is to be recognized and loved for who we are, and accepted for who we are, because we all want unconditional love, and I offer unconditional love, especially in these kind of experiences in romantic connections. But somehow I was never given unconditional love. I was expected to act in a certain way, be a certain way. Until you want something from me, then I'm okay. But when you don't want me anymore, then you leave me on a hanger. And if you change your mind, then you take me back. Well, excuse me, I'm not an object. I'm not a car. I'm not something that you can just leave and pick up whenever you want. And that goes for anybody, um, for any kind of connection, for partner, for a relative, for a friend, an acquaintance, anything. And I never liked that. And I'm used to being able to being given a space to express myself, which I was not always. And that's basically how I felt, like not having to prove myself, having to, have a flag all the time and wave it in front of your nose and, hey, that's me, it's me, see me, it's me. And, all these things that we are being attacked with, these women, I think that, when you look at these photos, man or women, that's also saying the same thing. Oh, that's see me, And I mean, that's somehow touching this part of me, but in a different way. We all have the need to be seen, but, from being seen and witness of what we have in the inside. So somehow, this connections, goodness of my heart and beauty of my soul was not fully recognized and fully seen, and especially with men, because of the intensity of my energy and everything I carry in my energy. Because I'm a tiny person, and it doesn't look like I have such a strong spirit inside of me, and especially this kind of energy that stirs up everything inside of you. Because everywhere, not only in relationships, but everywhere I went, even if it's a dance club or Aikido club, I would stir up things, and somehow everything that was wrong would show up in my presence, and people will come around and complain to me, talk to me. So I end up being somebody who's like clearing things around. And especially in relationships where, they don't quite know what's happening. So from starting to like me, they pretty soon start not to understand my energy. It's like not only that we don't speak the same energy, they can't handle this, what's stirring inside of them. And pretty much you have to be pretty aware of what's going on inside of you to be able to even have a normal conversation with me, if there is anything like a normal conversation with me. So far, I have been pretty much misunderstood, and I couldn't, I don't mind this in any kind of other relationships, but I found myself that I was lowering my standards only to be in somebody's company, so that I can feel, like an attractive woman. And when they try to tell me that they're attracted to me, it's not. I feel it's not from the right place, because it's not a heart connection. It's not a soul connection. So yeah, I usually don't accept these kind of things. I don't accept communications and chatting with people on social networks. And if I do, it's usually because I'm in business, or because I feel a connection, or because I like somebody. And I don't form normally, liking somebody, because I think it's not good point to start any kind of connection. But we are in this kind of age in the development of technology. So mostly, and with everything that's been happening,